Why do so many women find themselves drawn to older men? Is it simply the difference in years, or is there something deeper? The truth is, age alone does not create attraction. It is the qualities that age often brings. Women develop feelings for older men not because of the number of candles on their birthday cake, but because of the wisdom, emotional balance, and steady presence they often embody. These traits make women feel secure, understood, and cherished in ways that many younger men sometimes struggle to provide. Today, we'll dive into the exact behaviors that spark deep emotions in women, starting with one of the most powerful traits, emotional stability. Number 1, when he shows emotional stability. Imagine this. A woman is facing a stressful situation. Maybe her day at work was overwhelming. Maybe she had an argument with a friend. Or maybe she is just emotionally drained. She goes to a man for support, but instead of calming her storm, he reacts with impatience, frustration, or worse, he adds more negativity to the situation. That kind of reaction pushes her away because it creates more instability. Now, compare that with an older man who has learned through experience how to stay calm in the face of chaos. He doesn't panic when things go wrong. He doesn't shout when he's angry. He doesn't let small issues turn into major fights. Instead, he takes a deep breath, listens, and responds with patience. This kind of emotional maturity is like a safe harbor for a woman's heart. It tells her, with this man, I am secure. With this man, my feelings won't be dismissed or ignored. Emotional stability means being grounded even when life is unpredictable. Women deeply value this because it gives them reassurance that the relationship won't collapse during tough times. Think of it like the foundation of a house. No matter how beautifully decorated the walls are, if the foundation is weak, the whole house can crumble. But if the foundation is strong, the house can withstand storms. Older men who show emotional stability become that strong foundation. This doesn't mean suppressing emotions. Women don't want men who are like cold stone walls. Instead, they want a man who feels deeply but doesn't let emotions control his actions. A stable man can express his feelings without losing control. For example, he can admit he's frustrated, but still talk respectfully. He can acknowledge hurt without seeking revenge. This balance is what makes him trustworthy. Another reason women develop feelings for emotionally stable men is because it reflects leadership. A man who can lead his own emotions shows he can also lead a relationship. He becomes the one she can lean on when life feels heavy. He becomes the calm in her storm. That calmness is not only attractive, it's magnetic. So when an older man shows emotional stability, he communicates a silent but powerful message. No matter what happens, I will not break. I will not let temporary emotions destroy something valuable. And that message is exactly what makes a woman's heart soften toward him. Number 2, when he listens more than he talks. One of the most underrated yet deeply attractive qualities in older men is the ability to truly listen. Many younger men often feel the need to prove themselves by constantly talking, showing off their achievements, cracking endless jokes, or steering every conversation back to themselves. But a woman develops genuine feelings when she encounters a man who listens with patience, attention, and respect. Think about it. When a woman shares her thoughts, she's not always looking for solutions. Sometimes she simply wants to be heard, to feel that her emotions are valid and her words carry weight. An older man who has learned this truth doesn't interrupt her with quick judgments. He doesn't dismiss her concerns or rush to change the subject. Instead, he leans in, maintains eye contact, nods thoughtfully, and lets her know through his body language that he values what she's saying. This kind of listening is rare. And because it's rare, it becomes incredibly powerful. Women feel emotionally safe with men who listen without making them feel judged. That safety turns into trust, and trust is the foundation of emotional connection. Listening also creates a deeper bond because it shows self-control. A man who listens more than he talks demonstrates discipline over his ego. He shows that he doesn't always have to dominate or prove himself. That humility is magnetic to women because it creates balance in the relationship. For example, imagine a woman sharing her dream of starting a business. A careless man might laugh or dismiss it as unrealistic, but an older, wiser man might listen carefully, ask her thoughtful questions, and encourage her in ways that make her feel both seen and supported. That encouragement plants the seed of number 3, when he provides guidance without controlling. A woman does not want a man who dictates her life. She doesn't want someone who limits her freedom or makes every decision on her behalf. What she does value, however, is a man who can gently guide her when she's uncertain, using his wisdom and experience to help her grow while still respecting her independence. Older men who understand this balance become very attractive. They don't impose authority in a harsh way. Instead, they inspire trust by offering guidance as a gift, not as a command. A controlling man says, "Do this because I said so." A guiding man says, "Here's what I've learned from my experience. You can take it or leave it, but I'm here for you." That difference changes everything. Guidance without control builds admiration. Women feel respected because their choices remain their own. Yet they also feel supported by a man who wants the best for them. It's a leadership role that doesn't suffocate, but empowers. Number 3, when he provides guidance without controlling. A woman does not want a man who dictates her life. She doesn't want someone who limits her freedom or makes every decision on her behalf. What she does value, however, is a man who can gently guide her when she's uncertain, using his wisdom and experience to help her grow while still respecting her independence. Older men who understand this balance become very attractive. They don't impose authority in a harsh way. Instead, they inspire trust by offering guidance as a gift, not as a command. A controlling man says, "Do this because I said so." A guiding man says, "Here's what I've learned from my experience. You can take it or leave it, but I'm here for you." That difference changes everything. Guidance without control builds admiration. Women feel respected because their choices remain their own. Yet they also feel supported by a man who wants the best for them. It's a leadership role that doesn't suffocate, but empowers. Take, for example, a woman who's unsure about her career path. A controlling man might insist, "You should do this job. It's the best option. Don't argue." But an older man with wisdom might say, "I've seen people take different paths, and here's what usually happens. Think about where you want to be 5 years from now. I'll support you no matter what." This approach not only helps her reflect, but also strengthens her trust in him. Women develop feelings for men who guide instead of control because it shows emotional intelligence. It reveals that he respects her individuality and believes in her potential. And when she feels both supported and free, her heart naturally grows closer to him. So, guidance without control is not just attractive. It's a rare form of love. It's the type of leadership that builds lasting bonds. And older men who embody this quality often win admiration that turns into deep affection. Number 4, when he shows consistency. Consistency is one of the most powerful signals of reliability, and reliability is the root of love. Women often struggle to trust men who are unpredictable. Men who make promises one day and disappear the next, who are affectionate in the morning but cold by night. This kind of instability leaves women feeling insecure. But when an older man demonstrates consistency, it speaks louder than grand romantic gestures. Consistency means he does what he says. It means he shows up when he promises. It means his affection is steady, not just when it's convenient. Women develop feelings for consistent men because they don't have to constantly guess where they stand. The emotional safety that consistency provides allows love to grow naturally. Consider this. A man says he'll call her at 7, but he doesn't, leaving her waiting. He apologizes with excuses, but over time, on the other hand, a consistent man who keeps small promises builds a mountain of trust brick by brick. With him, she doesn't worry about being abandoned. And that security creates emotional attachment. Consistency also shows discipline and responsibility, qualities many women admire in older men. It reflects a maturity that says, I don't let emotions or laziness dictate my actions. I follow through because I value what we have. This steady reliability is rare, which makes it precious. Women don't fall for men who shine brightly one day and vanish the next. They fall for men who burn steadily, like a warm flame that never goes out. And older men who embody this consistency naturally earn women's deepest feelings. Number 5, when he makes her feel appreciated. Every woman wants to feel valued. She wants her efforts, her care, and her presence to be acknowledged. Sadly, many men take women for granted, believing that once she's around, there's no need to show appreciation. But older men who understand the importance of gratitude stand out, and this is why women develop feelings for them. Appreciation doesn't have to mean grand gifts or dramatic gestures. Often, it's in the little things. Saying thank you for being there when I was stressed, or I really admire how you handled that situation, can mean more to a woman than anything material. These words make her feel seen and valued. Older men, through experience, learn not to underestimate the power of appreciation. They know that love thrives when gratitude is alive. Women, in turn, become emotionally attached to men who make them feel like they matter. Appreciation also builds respect. When a woman feels respected, she feels secure. And when she feels secure, she gives her heart more fully. This creates a cycle of love where both partners feel uplifted. For example, imagine a woman cooking dinner after a long day. A careless man might eat silently without acknowledgement, but an appreciative man says, "This tastes wonderful. Thank you for making the effort." That small sentence lights up her heart and makes her feel loved. Women don't develop feelings for men who ignore their efforts. They fall for men who cherish even the smallest things they do. And older men who express genuine appreciation create an atmosphere where love grows effortlessly.